Hey y'all, I'm doing something a little different. I'm starting a series of interviews. I am interviewing people, family, and friends to get their story. The title of this series is Tell Me Your Story. I want to introduce you to my stepdad, Bill. Bill, tell me your story.
I was born in May of 1948 in Jonesville, Virginia. Mom and Dad moved around when I was young, West Virginia, Ohio, Muncie, Indiana, and finally settled in Marion, Indiana. And that's where I was raised until I went into the service. Family dynamics were centered around my mother. My dad was a good man till the weekend, and he liked to drink too much. I have one brother and one sister who are both deceased right now. My relationship with my brother and sister was kind of on the bad side, especially after I came back from Vietnam. A lot of fighting and arguing, and it kind of settled out about 25 years ago. We became good friends. My dad was an electrical lineman for Hoosier Engineering most of the time when I was young. And my mom worked at our General Tire on the assembly line. I don't know that my parents influenced me that I can actually pinpoint, other than, having to take care of myself after they divorced. No family traditions to speak of. My earliest memory, probably Christmas, when I was in the first grade. I got a cowboy hat and a pair of guns for Christmas, plastic guns. I had a chicken once as a pet, just being a kid, out running around and riding bicycles, just typical kid things. Well, the only holiday we really celebrated was Christmas and Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was a big meal time, and Christmas was kind of special. But now, my brother and I, we celebrated Halloween big time. We probably went out trick-or-treating 2 weeks, getting a lot of candy. I don't think I had any, what you say, true role models in my family. Yeah, we were hillbillies. Probably Sunday dinner was a favorite thing. When I was young, we used to go out on Sunday to a restaurant, and as we got older, it was where it came together for dinner at home. I would have to say that the hardest thing that had to overcome was the divorce of my parents, and then after that, just the lack of money in the household. So it became a thing where I had to work if I wanted to get anything. My favorite subject in school was, actually I had two. Machine shop and auto mechanics was my favorite in high school, and in elementary and junior high, history was my favorite. The school I went to, if you wasn't over 6'3", you didn't play basketball, and I was too small for football. Everett Wiesner was probably my favorite teacher. Um, he was a machine shop teacher, and I had him for 3 years, and I really liked him, and I got along well with him. Graduated trade school. That was actually a form of necessity, as I really didn't have a skill or something that I could provide a living for my family. I took a tour of several colleges and universities and business schools and things like that. And when I came across Lee Botech in Lexington, Kentucky, They had a cosmetology department, and I decided to take that, as I had actually done that just a little bit after I got out of high school. I worked in the mines for a while, which I hated. Worked for an electrical company on doing line work. I hated that job. Sales, I kind of enjoyed sales, but it really wasn't the thing I wanted to do. I owned my own pet store, which I really enjoyed, but I didn't have the money to keep it up. And then cosmetology, I did that for 30 years. So I guess I have to say I enjoyed it. Roy Smith out of Lexington, Kentucky. Arnold Hensley here in Virginia. They helped me a lot learning my profession. I would have to say my service in the U.S. Army was my proudest time. I didn't have a career plan. Everything was on the spur of the minute. I think work came first. The most challenging thing was be putting up with people. Sometimes you really had to bite your tongue. Served in the Army abroad, but no, not actually what you say working. Success in a career is probably being able to make the money that you need, not necessarily the money you want, but the money you need to pay your bills and take care of your family. I really wanted to stay in the Army, but it just wasn't, it was not a time and place that I could do that. My personal values, I would say loyalty, just doing the best I can do. Happiness is a state of mind. You know, you can not be rich and be happy. You can be rich and unhappy. The purpose of life, I think that varies with different people. Some people want to leave a big footprint in this world, and other people just want to get by. I don't really want either. I want people to remember me when I'm gone. As long as there's a memory there of me, then I'll still be alive. There are times I can be extremely cold. There are times I can be extremely generous. It just depends upon the person and place and time. I think I want to be remembered for my generosity and my military service. I'm just realistic. Can't never did anything. When I got out of that military, was pivotal because I was lost for a while. I guess the total loss of my direct family, my brother, my sister, my dad, and my mom. However, I have made up for those losses by having a nice, beautiful wife, kids that I love dearly. Let's call them adopted girls, mean the world to me. I would just have to say the rocky points in my life have all moved me to a different direction that makes me calmer. Yeah, I came out of Vietnam alive. Well, I was either in the right place at the right time or the wrong place at the wrong time. Things just happened the way they did. But then at a point in time, I realized that I was going to lose the family if I didn't change. So I attempted making changes. Yeah, I had to quit drinking, quit running around. I think I always dreamed of being or having more money than I actually ended up with. When I took a big risk, oh, I've had several of those moments. A lot of people wouldn't call it a big risk, but I attempted to salvage my personal life several times. Moved from Kentucky to Virginia, and it was extremely rough for a couple of years as I only made $99 a week with a family and two young children. Just followed through on what I thought would be the right thing to do. I would have to say that opening up my beauty salon was a goal that I wanted to maintain, and I did. I don't think I have a truly consequential person. Not like that, no. I don't anymore, but I had the tour drive for 18 years, and that gave me a lot of satisfaction of being able to provide toys to needy children. I don't know, I just came up with the idea, and the guys I were associated with at the time uh, wanted to try to do it, and it just snowballed into a yearly thing. Got up to providing toys for up to 175 kids a year. Just being there at times was the most important thing that my friends could do for me. When my son was just a baby, he passed away one night due to the sudden infant death syndrome. But we were fortunate enough to find him where we could resuscitate him and get him to the hospital. And a lot of people in Pennington Gap donated money to have a device that went under his mattress that would uh, let emit a loud sound if he stopped breathing. The community is a loving community and a warm community, and they respect people. When I come back to Vietnam, it would have to be, and it lasted several years. I think the word is introverted, where you keep to yourself and you don't have a big circle of people around you. You keep your family tight, but everybody else, no. Time I failed. Yeah, I have to say that I failed my previous families and my kids that were in those families. I think the biggest risk is trying to start new and not succeeding. You just have to keep trucking on. The old additive, you can't, never did anything. Well, you can't quit, so you got to keep on. I drank way too much there for a period of time. I guess my social life, and I still haven't beat it. I guess that's just my nature. Can't, never did anything. I just keep looking at what I want to achieve and working towards that. Since I've gotten older, health issues have restricted the way I want to live, things I want to do, and even places I want to go. Birth of my daughter Marie, that's when I quit drinking and running around. My struggle with drinking, and then quitting. And when I quit cold turkey. I didn't take any medicine or treatment or whatever. I just decided that night no more, and I quit. Oh, I enjoy driving and working on classic cars. My 57 Ford truck and the 62 Galaxy, although the Galaxy doesn't look like it right now. I struggle with conflict with people because of my beliefs. I just look at the world and I get my inspiration from the various different things out there that I experience and I see. I don't know that it's all that important. Uh, I think it plays a role in it, but as far as being a creative person, no, I'm not. I just look at the world and what's out there. I guess it. I guess it would be starting another classic vehicle. I would like to start a 427 Ford Fairlane or Galaxy. Every time I go to a car show or a rod run, uh, I share a little bit of my passion with them. Probably getting the Ford truck completed I've always been a car person. Just go for it. Don't worry about what other people think. Just go for it. Just take a stronger look at what you can do, what you want to do, and what you're able to do. Living. I have a lot of dreams that I'd like to do some traveling, go out west and see the western states. I'd like to go to Maine and see some of the New England states. Basically, I just like to travel the back roads. I hope that when the day comes and I'm gone, that the bonding between all of them will be strong and some of the bickering will cease and they could become more of a family unit. I don't know that I want them to remember this time period, but I think I would like for them to take a deep look at the 50s and 60s and see the difference in how the people interacted and behaved, uh, and apply some of that to their lifestyle. I'd just like to see people learn to be more respectful of each other. I wished I was healthier so I could do some of the things that I really want to do. I don't know that I have a legacy. I hope people just remember me for the good things that I've done and not worry about all this other stuff. Kind of look at the things that I want to do and try to do them. If I had a bucket list, it would be to travel a little more than I have been. I like to see the pace stay slow and simple like it is now. Thank you. I appreciate you listening to my story. And my name's Bill Wilder, and I'm from Jonesville, Virginia.